Hey guys, it's DJ from Top Deck here with a Spellbook deck profile. A lot of people have asked me how I would build it for the new format, so I figured I'd post the list that would have registered at Toronto had I gone. So let's start. 3 Spellbook Magicians. It's like a Stratos. I'm not going to explain the cards. That should be fairly obvious at this point. I've done 3 Spellbook videos already. You guys know what I'm going to say for cards like this. So 3 Magician, 3 Temperance of Prophecy. That one's a little bit different. In the new format, you need cards that are going to impact the board. So you have to play cards like Priestess again, and I'm going to talk about World in a second. But you have to play Temperance to get those cards. So, unfortunately, even though he's not as good as Justice, in my opinion, we have to play 3 of this guy. Then 2 High Priestess and 1 World of Prophecy. Priestess sucks to draw still, but Temperance gets it out of your deck, so that's good. You don't have to deal with them in your hand as often, and you have to win the game somehow, since you can't just Judgment and win for free anymore. And then World is a card people are kind of underrating, I think. I mean, you bring it off Temperance, it gets you 2 cards back at least. That's already insane on a 2900 body. And then the Judgment Dragon effect in a format with no Heavy Storm is pretty freaking good. Then our last monster is a 1 of Justice. 1 in another beater, 1 in another card that can get us to our secrets if we happen to draw her in a different spellbook. And getting Priestess for free is okay. And spells, 3 Spellbook of Secrets. I mean, it searches everything. Self-explanatory card. 3 Library of the Crescent. A lot of people are saying this card's not good anymore, this format. Like, you don't need to go off turn 1. But the cool thing now is with World and how much slower your deck is without Judgment, you're going to have no Spellbooks in your graveyard a lot. So you're actually going to get to play this at every stage of the game. Plus, it's the only card in the deck without like wasting a turn 1 power that lets you get 3 Spellbooks in your yard to play Fate for 3 on turn 1. So definitely play 3 of them. And 2 Spellbook of the Master. I mean, just copies all our other Spellbooks. Just searches more cards with Crescent and Secrets. So it's a very good card, same as always. 2 Spellbook of Eternity. It's 1 more than normal, 1 more than I would have told you to play before. As I keep going through the list, you'll see I'm playing 1 ofs with more Spellbooks than I used to. So we're going to use these to make more copies of them virtually and let us just recycle more. Plus you need more cards that you can kind of just play so you can activate your Temperances more often, since he needs you to activate a Spellbook card before you use his effect. So you can use these to recycle cards and just get that Spellbook going. 2 Spellbook of Fate. It's the best removal card in the format, the most versatile card in the format, and it's insane. 2 Grand Spellbook Towers. Drawing 2 cards is pretty good. It lets you stay way ahead of your opponent, and recycling your cards is very important. It's how this deck gets a lot of its wins. You just grind out more cards and just go into the late game, and you'll just keep having answers over and over and over again. And 2 Pot of Dualities. I kind of wish there were 3 in here. It's one of the things I wish I could figure out, but I had to make a cut somewhere, and the 3rd duality had to come out. Without playing Judgment, you can pick and choose when you special summon real easily in the deck, so duality has virtually no drawback in here. And it digs you to Secrets, which once you find Secrets, you're winning the game. And 1 Spellbook of Power, 1 Spellbook of Wisdom, and 1 Spellbook of Life. A lot of people would expect to see more of these 2 cards. You don't really need more, though, in this format. There's not many decks you need a Wisdom against, and if you do, you have 2 Fate, or Eternities rather, Tower, and a million cards to search for it. Like, you won't have trouble getting this when you need it. Same with Power. You don't need it that often. You'll still be able to find it frequently enough to make your like double power plays with Master to kill whatever creatures you need to kill. And then 1 life, because as much as I hated this card last format, Kaiku's not seeing play, and you need to be able to make plays with your World, which Spellbook like special summons. And finally, Book of Moon. Book of Moon is Book of Moon. It's sweet. Play it. 3 Fiendish Chains for the traps. Big difference from last one is we play a lot more trap cards because it's a slower deck and we can actually afford to make space for them now. So we're going to play Fiendish Chains. I think it's better than playing something like Veiler. Freezing the creature there's pretty good, and negating effects is pretty good. 2 Mirror Force. I don't actually know how good this card is in the current format, but it seems like the best removal trap we have to play, so why not play 2? 2 Phoenix Wing Windblast. This card has insane utility. It answers literally anything. Like, no matter what the threat is, this will clear it, unless it's like a Thought Roller Archfiend. But generally you can clear back rows and kill that with a power or something. So it clears everything. It gets dead Crescents out of your hand if they happen to be dead, and it gets World out of your hand if you happen to draw him. 1 Bottomless, 1 Warning, and 1 Torrential. They're all limited for a reason in this format. They're very good removal spells. The one trap card I wish I was playing is Pulse. I haven't figured out how to fit it in yet, though, and that would be a last-minute change I might make before the tournament, had I been going. And we'll go over the extra deck real quick, too. Play Shining Elf, Gotchi, Dagusta Phoenix, and Herald of Pure Light. Shining Elf is still the MVP in the extra deck. These cards are okay. And this card's sweet because it shuffles back in your world if you draw it. And just recycles creatures in general. It's a pretty good card. Play a couple rank 3s now. Play Leviar and Zenmains. Probably could play more. I've never made one, but we play like 4 level 3 monsters, so might as well put some in. Then Diamond Direwolf, Utopia, Gaga Cowboy, Maestroke, Abyss Dweller, and Black Ship. We don't even main deck a level 4 monster. I side deck a couple of them, but there's not really anything else you need to extra deck, so might as well have them there. Seems like the best spread of them. And the 7s, Big Eye, Gaia Dragon, and Dracosac. Sometimes you have double Priestess. There's another 7 that you can make with 2 spellcasts. It's called like Hierophant of Prophecy. I don't have one, and you'll probably never make it, but you could play that too in here. So thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, if I was going to Toronto, that's what I'd play, and if you need any last-minute testing, hope this helped.